Welcome to Talk About Coaching with us, Jamie Tenzer and Sherry Boone. We spend our days talking about coaching as we train and mentor coaches, and we've been doing this for about 20 years. We even talk about coaching when we're just chatting with each other. So we thought, why not record our chats and share them with you? Our goal is to share our expertise to help you on your journey to become a better coach. And we'll share ideas that you can take and try on to see if they work for you. We hope you'll find value, and if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about, please let us know. We can be reached at coachcachet.com. That is coachcachet.com. We hope you'll enjoy today's Talk About Coaching. Hello and welcome everyone to Talk About Coaching. Hey Sherry, how are you?
I'm great, Jamie. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Excited to dig into two competencies today under Embodies a Coaching Mindset. We're going to look at 2.2 and 2.3. So 2.2 is engages in ongoing learning and development as a coach. And 2.3 is develops an ongoing reflective practice to enhance one's coaching. And we were thinking we would combine these because it seems like, I don't know, a reflective practice could be part of ongoing learning and development.
Right.
Yeah.
They definitely go together, I think. Yeah.
They definitely go together. And when I think about learning and development, that's kind of a big umbrella, I guess, which could include mentoring and supervision and taking continuing education classes and so much. And it also would include developing an ongoing reflective practice. And for me, when I think of a reflective practice, I think right away, some kind of meditation or like a yoga or writing, free writing or something like that, something that we do as a reflective practice. But I think there's more to it than that. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, all those are so great. And I guess when I think of reflective practice, I always think of, to me, that's the definition of coaching supervision. And
Right.
so I think about supervision as a reflective practice because that's what we're doing in supervision. We're reflecting on our coaching, on particular coaching clients or particular coaching sessions, and we're reflecting on how we are and how we be really as a coach. So, that's what comes up for me. And I know that some people are very familiar with coaching supervision and others are not. It's not as common to engage in coaching supervision, I think, in North America as it is in Europe and maybe other parts of the world also. But that aside, that's what I think of when I think of really reflecting on my coaching. Yeah.
Mm. It's so interesting that I think supervision is becoming more and more popular, but it
Yeah.
definitely has not taken the hold that it has, like you said, in other places. So that's reflecting when you're outside of a session. But I wonder, do we self-reflect inside a session?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's talk about that. What do you do,
Well,
Jamie? Yeah.
I mean, I think maybe moments of it be in order to stay present, we have to be reflecting on what's happening in the moment. It seems like it's not that we're focusing on ourselves, but we do need to be present to what's happening inside us and how we're responding
Mm-hmm.
to the person we're coaching, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Just that self-awareness. is so important for a coach, I think. Yeah, what's going on for me? Is my heart rate increasing? Am I sweating? Am I um, feeling like, oh, I really want to give some advice or, give a suggestion. And so to be so aware in the moment of what's happening um, is is really important. And, yeah, I think that's we used to what did we used to call it in the early days of coaching? Dancing in the moment or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and also I think this is most important when we're in situations where we might get the tiniest bit triggered. So you mentioned wanting to give advice. Um, but I think also, if a client expresses a belief that maybe is a little bit hard for us to hear or we don't agree with, or we somehow get hooked by something that the client has said, and the faster that we can self-reflect and pivot from those moments and get back to focusing on the client and asking those great questions, the more effective we can be
Hmm.
as a coach, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's such a great word, pivot, I think, but so yeah, be aware so that you can pivot because you can't pivot unless you are aware of what's going on, right? Of how when we do get triggered or when something comes up that causes that reaction. Yeah. And then to be notice it right there in that moment. Yeah.
And
And
the
be
other,
able to be able to make a new choice, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was just going to say that the other thing that makes me think of is just acceptance of ourselves as coaches. We are
Mm.
human.
Right.
We are going to get distracted. We are going to get triggered. We are going to want to give advice.
Yep.
We're all those things are going to happen. So how good can we get at self-reflecting in the moment so that we can shift quickly? That's
Uh-huh.
really the best that it can be.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so good that you brought that up. Of course, that's going to happen. That's what we do. That's who we are as humans. We're
Hmm.
always putting things through a filter. We're always making judgments, right?
Yeah.
As we listen, as we engage with anybody, and even our clients, even when we have the intention to be so neutral and staying out of their way and not, not judging them or giving advice. Of course, think those things are going to come into our brain. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else about this or
I wonder if
have?
there's anything around the learning and development piece that we wanted to mention here.
Mhm.
And nothing's really coming up other than, I think we had talked before about, taking continuing ed classes or, finding ways to grow your coaching skills in some way. I mean, that's all part of being a professional coach also, I think.
Mhm. And something that I'm aware of is that I remember when I finished my coach training, and suddenly I was on my own and just in my own little universe with my clients. I really missed that connection of the training of the other coaching students and of the practicums and all of that.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I sought out ways to be learning with other coaches. So um, I think it's so important. Reading a
Reading a
book
book.
is good, and even watching a webinar or something like that. But if we can put ourselves in situations where we're actually connecting, even over Zoom, let's say, with other
Mhm.
coaches, I think it's
Yeah,
really, yeah, really good.
I do too. I agree. Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day,
You
and
too.
we'll be back here again next time.
Talk to you next time. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye. We hope you're walking away with something of value. As always, we invite your comments at coachcachet.com. That's COACHCACHET.com.